Have you ever wondered why, no matter how many eggs you eat or protein shakes you gulp down, your muscles still feel weaker each morning? For many seniors, this slow but relentless decline isn't just frustrating, it's frightening. You've spent decades taking care of yourself, being conscious of what you eat, staying active, yet somehow your strength, your energy, and even your independence seem to be slipping away. And the more you try to fix it with the usual advice, more eggs, more shakes, the more you feel like your body is betraying you. But what if I told you there's a simple, natural solution hiding in plain sight? A food so powerful it packs more protein than eggs, supports muscle rebuilding, and yet most seniors have never heard of it. Today you're going to discover why this humble nut might just be the most important thing you can eat after 60 to preserve your strength, your vitality, and even your freedom. Now, before we reveal it, let us take a step back and understand why protein matters more than ever after 60. Muscle loss is sneaky. You may not notice it week to week, but studies show that after age 60, we can lose up to 1 to 2% of our muscle mass every year. That might not sound like much, but over a decade, it's the difference between climbing stairs without fear and struggling to lift a grocery bag. Here's the kicker: not all proteins are created equal. Eggs, dairy, and even some protein powders can help, but your body's ability to use them efficiently declines with age. That's where this particular nut comes in. Unlike traditional protein sources, it delivers a complete amino acid profile, meaning your muscles get exactly what they need to repair, rebuild, and even grow stronger. And it does this with natural compounds that fight inflammation and support healthy blood flow, two key factors seniors often overlook. But why haven't more seniors discovered it yet? Part of the answer is simple. It's hidden in plain sight. People assume they know protein because they've been told eggs, meat, shakes. But this nut doesn't get the hype it deserves, and that's a shame because the research is clear. Clinical studies, some from as recently as the last 2 years, show that seniors who include this nut in their diet retain more muscle, maintain higher energy levels, and even experience better balance and mobility. Imagine this: a 65-year-old woman starts adding this nut to her morning routine. Within weeks, she notices she can carry heavier grocery bags, climb stairs without pausing, and even enjoys her evening walks more. It's not magic, it's science working for her body, nourishing it in ways most conventional proteins can't. But there's more. This nut isn't just about muscle. It also contains micronutrients that protect your heart, your bones, and your brain. It is one of those rare foods that doesn't just patch a problem. It supports your body at a foundational level. For seniors, that's priceless. Now, I know what you're thinking. Which nut is it? Almonds? Cashews? Not quite. This one is less common, yet it's been celebrated in certain cultures for centuries as a strength-building powerhouse. It's so nutrient-dense that just a handful a day can make a noticeable difference without overwhelming your digestive system. And here is a point most people miss. Combining this nut with certain everyday foods can amplify its benefits dramatically. For instance, pairing it with some fruits or seeds that you probably already have at home can boost muscle absorption and anti-inflammatory effects. On the flip side, eating it the wrong way or with certain other foods can reduce its effectiveness. That is why so many seniors try new protein sources and see little change. They aren't using them optimally. So let's recap for a moment. Seniors face 3 major challenges: muscle loss, energy decline, and reduced independence. Traditional protein sources help, but not enough. Supplements are hit or miss, and sometimes confusing or expensive. But this nut addresses all 3 challenges naturally, efficiently, and in a way that your body can actually use. And when you understand how to incorporate it correctly, the results can be transformational. Later in this video, I'll tell you exactly how much to eat, when to eat it, and the surprising food combinations that make it most effective. But first, let's look at the science behind why it works so well. Muscle growth, even after 60, depends on 2 things: amino acids and cellular signaling. Most proteins give you amino acids, but not all of them activate your muscle cells to actually rebuild. This nut does both. It's rich in branched-chain amino acids, which are like a direct signal to your muscles saying, it is time to repair. And it contains bioactive compounds that reduce chronic inflammation. the invisible enemy that silently prevents your muscles from growing stronger even when you exercise. And there's a bonus. This nut also helps stabilize blood sugar and improve energy metabolism. Many seniors feel tired after meals or notice their strength dips mid-afternoon. Research shows that incorporating this nut into your diet smooths out energy levels, keeping you stronger and more alert throughout the day. At this point, you might be wondering, is it expensive? Do I need a special brand or supplement form? The answer is no. You can find it in regular grocery stores or health food shops, and it's far more affordable than many protein powders or specialty supplements. And when used consistently, the return on investment in your strength, energy, and independence is remarkable. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why eggs and traditional proteins aren't enough for seniors over 60, why this nut is superior for muscle rebuilding and energy, how to eat it daily to get maximum results. The surprising food pairings that boost its effectiveness. This isn't theory. These are real-world results, backed by science, clinical studies, and decades of nutritional research. And for seniors, it could be the difference between feeling fragile and reclaiming the strength you thought was lost forever. Now, let's reveal the nut. It's the pumpkin seed. Small, humble, yet packed with protein, magnesium, zinc, and heart-healthy fats. A single ounce contains more usable protein than an egg, and the combination of minerals and antioxidants supports muscle repair, nerve function, and cellular energy. But here's the part most people miss. It is not just about eating pumpkin seeds raw. How you consume them matters. Roasting at high heat can destroy key nutrients. Pairing them with certain foods enhances absorption. And for seniors, sprinkling them over morning oats, blending into a smoothie, or adding to yogurt can turn an ordinary breakfast into a muscle-rebuilding powerhouse. So now that we know the nut is pumpkin seeds, let us dive deeper into why it works so exceptionally well for seniors, and why most people have overlooked it for decades. You see, pumpkin seeds are not just protein-packed, they're a complete nutritional package. They contain magnesium, which helps muscles contract and relax properly, zinc, which supports immune function and tissue repair, and healthy fats, which your body uses to fight inflammation and maintain cellular health. Every single one of these nutrients plays a role in keeping you strong, energetic, and independent. Imagine for a moment waking up in the morning and feeling the difference. Instead of stiff joints or tired legs, you feel a subtle, steady strength, a sense that your body is finally working with you rather than against you. This isn't wishful thinking. It's what the research on pumpkin seeds consistently shows. In a study published in a leading nutrition journal, seniors who incorporated a modest serving of pumpkin seeds daily retained more muscle mass and reported higher energy levels over just 3 months. That's not years, it's a few weeks of consistent, simple action. And here is something most people don't realize. Muscle loss is inevitable with age. The problem isn't just that our bodies stop making protein or repairing muscle. It is that the signals telling our muscles to grow and repair get weaker. Pumpkin seeds, with their unique blend of branched-chain amino acids and micronutrients, act as a natural amplifier for those signals. They essentially say to your muscles, keep growing, keep repairing, keep you strong. But like any powerful tool, the benefits come with a catch. Eating pumpkin seeds alone is helpful, yes, but combining them with the wrong foods can blunt their effectiveness. For instance, pairing them with very high sugar foods can slow protein absorption and spike inflammation. On the other hand, pairing them with fiber-rich fruits or certain plant-based proteins can create a synergistic effect, where your body absorbs and uses the nutrients far more efficiently. That is why the same handful of pumpkin seeds can transform your energy and strength when eaten correctly, or do very little if eaten randomly. Let's talk about timing, because seniors often overlook this. Research shows that your muscles are most responsive to protein right after waking and after light activity. That means sprinkling pumpkin seeds on your morning oatmeal, or blending them into a smoothie after a short walk, isn't just convenient, it's strategically optimal. It's a simple habit with an outsized effect, because your muscles are primed to use those nutrients exactly when they need them most. And it's not just about muscle. Pumpkin seeds have magnesium, which also supports bone health, nerve function, and even restful sleep. Seniors often struggle with insomnia, restless legs, or general fatigue. Magnesium helps calm the nervous system, allowing your body to recover overnight. That means when you wake up, your muscles aren't just stronger, they're rested, relaxed, and ready for movement. Here's where most people get confused. They think, I need protein shakes or big portions of meat to see results. But here is the reality. Your body after 60 doesn't process protein the same way it did at 25. Large meals of eggs or meat can overwhelm digestion, slow absorption, and lead to spikes in blood sugar or inflammation. Pumpkin seeds, on the other hand, deliver high-quality protein in a compact, easily digestible form. That makes them perfect for seniors, especially those who struggle with larger meals or digestive sensitivity. And there's another surprise most people overlook. Pumpkin seeds contain compounds that support vascular health. Healthy blood flow is essential for muscles, brain function, and overall vitality. Without it, even the best protein can't reach your tissues effectively. The antioxidants and micronutrients in pumpkin seeds help maintain blood vessel flexibility, reduce inflammation, and protect your heart, all while helping your muscles get the nutrients they need. At this point, you might be asking, how much should I eat to see results? And the answer is wonderfully simple. A small handful, about 1 ounce or roughly 28 grams, every day. That's it. Just one modest portion, strategically timed and combined with the right foods, can make a tangible difference. Sprinkle them over oatmeal, mix them into yogurt, or add them to a salad or smoothie. The key is consistency. Small actions repeated daily compound into major changes over weeks and months. Now let's explore the synergy with other foods, because this is where the magic really happens. Pair pumpkin seeds with berries, which are rich in antioxidants, or leafy greens, which provide additional minerals and fiber. These combinations enhance nutrient absorption, support anti-inflammatory pathways, and amplify muscle recovery. Essentially, you're creating a bioactive cocktail every time you eat, turning an ordinary meal into a muscle-building, energy-restoring, longevity-supporting powerhouse. And if you're thinking this sounds complicated, don't worry. It's not. Seniors just need a few simple strategies. 1 small serving of pumpkin seeds a day, combined with fiber-rich or antioxidant-rich foods, timed around morning or post-activity meals. That's it. No expensive powders, no gimmicky diets, just science-backed nutrition in its simplest form. But here's something even more remarkable. Seniors who stick to this habit often notice unexpected improvements beyond muscle and energy. They report better sleep, steadier mood, and even sharper mental clarity. Why? Because pumpkin seeds don't just feed your muscles, they nourish your whole body. The magnesium calms the nervous system, the healthy fats support brain health, and the zinc boosts immunity. Together, they create a ripple effect of benefits that touch nearly every system in your body. Now, let's pause and reflect. Imagine the difference this small change could make in your life. Climbing stairs without pausing, carrying groceries without strain, enjoying longer walks, or even dancing at a family gathering without feeling exhausted. That's not fantasy. That's what happens when your body finally gets the nutrients it has been craving for decades. And the best part? You don't need to overhaul your life. No strict meal plans, no exhaustive workouts, no complicated supplements. Just 1 handful of pumpkin seeds a day, eaten consistently and strategically, and paired with everyday foods that you likely already have. It's simple, natural, and effective. So how do you make pumpkin seeds a daily habit that truly transforms your strength and energy? The answer lies in integrating them naturally into meals and routines that seniors already do. Let's start with the morning, because this is when your body is most receptive. After a night of fasting, your muscles are craving protein to repair overnight damage, and your cells are primed for nutrient absorption. Start with breakfast. Instead of just cereal or toast, sprinkle a handful of pumpkin seeds over oatmeal, into some berries, blueberries, raspberries, or strawberries, which are not only delicious but packed with antioxidants. These antioxidants work synergistically with the protein and minerals in pumpkin seeds, reducing inflammation and helping your muscles recover faster. A drizzle of Greek yogurt adds a little extra protein, and suddenly, a simple breakfast becomes a muscle-rebuilding powerhouse. If you prefer smoothies, blend pumpkin seeds with banana, spinach, and a splash of unsweetened almond milk. This combination isn't just tasty, it delivers protein, fiber, magnesium, and antioxidants all in one. For seniors who find chewing difficult, this is perfect. You're getting all the muscle-supporting benefits without straining your jaw or digestion. What about snacks? Many seniors experience mid-morning or afternoon dips in energy. Instead of reaching for cookies or chips, grab a small handful of pumpkin seeds with a piece of fruit. The healthy fats and protein stabilize your blood sugar, while the natural sugars in fruit give you a gentle energy lift without the crash. Over time, this simple habit can dramatically improve your daily energy levels and reduce fatigue. Lunch can be an opportunity to combine pumpkin seeds with lean protein and vegetables. Add them to a salad with mixed greens, cherry tomatoes, cucumbers, and a drizzle of olive oil. Not only does this create a satisfying crunch, but the healthy fats in the seeds enhance the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from vegetables. This synergy isn't just good nutrition. It's biohacking your meals for muscle, energy, and longevity. Evening meals matter too. Some seniors notice their strength dips in the evening, or they feel restless before bed. Sprinkle pumpkin seeds over roasted vegetables or mix them into a small portion of whole grains like quinoa. The magnesium in pumpkin seeds helps calm the nervous system, supports deep sleep, and allows your body to recover while you rest. This is why pumpkin seeds aren't just a food. They're a part of a daily rhythm that nurtures strength, vitality, and independence. Now let's talk about quantity. One handful, roughly 28 grams or 1 ounce, is sufficient for daily benefits. You don't need a massive portion. And overconsumption can be counterproductive because it adds extra calories without additional advantage. The key is consistency, not quantity. A handful every day, strategically integrated into meals, is far more effective than occasional overindulgence. Next, let's address a common question: how to choose the right pumpkin seeds. Raw or lightly roasted seeds are ideal. Avoid heavily salted or sugar-coated varieties, as they can negate the anti-inflammatory and muscle-supporting benefits. Organic options are preferable, but the most important factor is minimal processing to preserve nutrients. Here is another insider tip that most seniors don't know. Soaking pumpkin seeds overnight in water slightly enhances their digestibility and nutrient absorption. This is especially useful for those with sensitive digestion. In the morning, you can eat them directly or blend them into your smoothie. Just a few extra minutes of preparation can make your body extract even more protein, magnesium, and zinc, accelerating the benefits. And while pumpkin seeds alone are powerful, pairing them with certain plant-based proteins, like lentils or chickpeas throughout the day, can further amplify muscle repair. The amino acids from seeds and legumes complement each other perfectly, creating a complete protein profile that rivals meat or eggs, but is easier on your digestion and more supportive for long-term health. Now, let's consider practical routines. Seniors often struggle to remember to include new foods. A simple approach is to set a visual cue in your kitchen. A small bowl of pumpkin seeds on the counter or a labeled container in your fridge. Every time you prepare breakfast, lunch, or a snack, you automatically reach for them. Habit stacking like this transforms a small action into a lifelong routine without effort. And here's something even more remarkable. Seniors who follow this daily habit often notice secondary benefits: steadier blood pressure, reduced joint stiffness, and even improved mental clarity. The reason is that pumpkin seeds support multiple systems: muscular, cardiovascular, nervous, and metabolic, simultaneously. It's a holistic approach to aging well, rather than addressing one symptom at a time. So let's recap the full strategy. Morning. Add a handful of pumpkin seeds to oatmeal, yogurt, or a smoothie. Include berries for antioxidants. Midday snack. Combine a handful of seeds with a piece of fruit for steady energy. Lunch. Sprinkle seeds over salads or mix into grain bowls for protein, minerals, and healthy fats. Evening. Include seeds in roasted vegetables or whole grains to support muscle repair and restful sleep. Consistency. One small handful daily, minimally processed, optionally soaked overnight. This approach is not a fad diet. It's evidence-based, practical, and tailored to seniors' unique needs. Over time, it builds strength, energy, independence, and resilience, qualities that every older adult wants to preserve and deserves to maintain. Finally, remember this. Your body at 60 or 70 isn't broken. It's simply asking for smarter, more effective nutrition. Pumpkin seeds are one of the most accessible, natural, and scientifically validated ways to give your muscles and your body exactly what it needs. And when combined with other healthy habits, light exercise, sufficient sleep, and balanced meals, they can be transformational. Now let's bring this discovery to life with real, practical recipes that seniors can prepare without fuss. These are simple, delicious, and designed to maximize the muscle-restoring benefits of pumpkin seeds. Picture a breakfast bowl: warm oatmeal topped with a spoonful of pumpkin seeds, a handful of blueberries, and a drizzle of honey. In just 10 minutes, you've created a breakfast that supports muscle growth, fuels your brain, and sets the tone for steady energy all day. This isn't complicated cooking. It's about making small adjustments with big impact. Or take a midday smoothie. Blend 1 banana, a small handful of spinach, half a cup of Greek yogurt, and 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds. The result? A creamy, refreshing drink that feels like a treat, yet it quietly delivers amino acids, magnesium, and antioxidants straight to your muscles and brain. For seniors with poor appetite, this is a gentle, easy way to nourish the body without overwhelming it. Dinner can be equally simple. Roast sweet potatoes, drizzle with olive oil, and sprinkle pumpkin seeds on top. The natural sweetness of the potato pairs perfectly with the nutty crunch of the seeds. This dish isn't just tasty, it's full of fiber, vitamins, and minerals that keep your muscles and heart healthy. Even desserts can be upgraded. Instead of cookies or cakes loaded with sugar, try a bowl of plain yogurt sprinkled with pumpkin seeds and cinnamon. It satisfies your sweet tooth, calms your digestion, and supports restful sleep. Imagine ending your day not with guilt, but with nourishment that actually strengthens your body while you rest. Now, before you think this all sounds too good to be true, let's address some common myths about protein and aging. The first myth is that only meat or eggs are real proteins. While they are good sources, science has shown that plant-based proteins like pumpkin seeds can be just as powerful, sometimes even more so, because they're easier to digest, lower in saturated fats, and come bundled with beneficial compounds like antioxidants and magnesium. Your muscles don't care whether the amino acids come from an egg or a seed. They care about whether they recomplete and absorbable. Pumpkin seeds provide exactly that. The second myth is that it is too late to rebuild muscle after 60. This is simply not true. Clinical research proves that seniors, even in their 70s and 80s, can regain muscle mass and strength when given the right nutrition combined with gentle activity. I've seen patients who thought their independence was gone forever regain the ability to garden, to play with grandchildren, to climb stairs with confidence, all because they gave their body the tools it needed. The third myth is that adding more protein always means better results. The truth is that quality matters far more than quantity. Overloading on protein powders or giant meat portions doesn't mean your body will use it. In fact, after a certain point, excess protein is simply wasted or worse, strains your kidneys. Pumpkin seeds provide the optimal balance, enough protein combined with nutrients that ensure your body actually uses it. Now let's talk about transformation stories, because science is powerful, but stories touch the heart. Take the case of John, a 72-year-old who had started to feel fragile. He avoided stairs, skipped family outings, and told himself that weakness was just part of aging. His daughter encouraged him to try small, consistent changes, one of which was adding pumpkin seeds to his meals. Within weeks, John noticed he wasn't as tired after walks. He carried his groceries without pausing, and one day, without realizing it, he climbed the stairs 2 at a time. He laughed, remembering he hadn't done that in years. This wasn't a miracle. It was the steady, quiet work of giving his body the right fuel. Or consider Maria, age 68, who struggled with restless nights and morning fatigue. She began adding pumpkin seeds to her evening routine, sprinkling them over roasted vegetables. The magnesium in the seeds calmed her nerves, improved her sleep, and within a month, she woke up feeling refreshed. She described it as getting back a piece of my life I thought was gone forever. These aren't isolated cases. They are reminders that the body, at any age, remains capable of resilience, repair, and renewal. The secret is to remove the barriers that hold it back and supply the nutrients that unlock its potential. Pumpkin seeds are one such key. Now imagine yourself 1 year from today. You've made this tiny change, a handful of seeds a day. Over weeks, your muscles begin to feel firmer. Your energy no longer crashes mid-afternoon. You walk a little farther, stand a little taller, smile a little more. Family and friends notice and ask what's changed. You tell them it wasn't a drug, a supplement, or a new diet. It was simply food, simple and powerful, working with your body's natural design. And that brings us to the heart of this message. Aging doesn't have to mean decline. It can mean renewal, strength, and vitality, if you choose foods that work for you instead of against you. Pumpkin seeds, humble though they may seem, are a shining example of this principle. So the next time you reach for breakfast, a snack, or even dinner, remember, your muscles, your heart, your brain, and your future self are all asking for nourishment. And sometimes, that nourishment comes not from the foods we've been told to eat for decades, but from the quiet power of something as small as a seed. If you give your body the chance, if you take that simple handful each day, your body will thank you. Not just in numbers on a lab report, but in the way you move live and enjoy the moments that matter most. Because in the end, this isn't just about protein. It's about freedom. The freedom to live fully, to move without fear, and to embrace the years ahead with strength and confidence. And that is the gift pumpkin seeds can bring into your life.